disability because even though, yeah, I'm not going to say it would be easy for me to get on disability, but I could do it. But I'd rather work for as long as I can. As long as I'm able to work, I'd rather work. That's just what's instilled in me, from a very young age.
And I respect that.
Yeah.
See, again, you are trying to be a solution to the problem, not a contributor to the problem.
Yeah.
And, me personally, I didn't have a bad life. I grew up, at age 16, my parents didn't want me to go to work. They wanted me to focus on my school. I finally talked them into letting me going to work because I needed to learn, and pretty much the way it was is I wanted a vehicle. And the deal was I make the car payment, and I pay the gas, and as long as I keep my grades up, they pay the insurance on it.
So what age did you start working?
When?
Yeah.
At age 16. It was actually probably about 4 months after I turned 16. My first job was McDonald's.
Okay.
And I worked there for a while. They had me on front counter. I didn't like it.
All right.
I like dealing with customers me personally. So I left and went to Sonic. That only lasted about 2 weeks because they only wanted to give me like 4 hours a week. Well, I like my money.
Right.
So I ended up back at McDonald's. And, I have always believed in if you want something, work for it. If you want to change your life, only you can change it. You got to work for a change.
Right.
And that's what it boils down to. Like I told, and I'm sure I've told you this before, Johnny, you are not truly fed up with something until you make a change.
Right.
So you can tell me all day that you hate your job, that you hate the life, you hate your life, you hate what's going on in your life. But I won't believe it until you make a change.
Yeah. Yeah, you never know. You never know how much you need to make a change until you actually make that change and you see how better things improve for you,
And try new things. Because I'm going to tell you something, one of two things are going to happen. Either you're going to succeed or you're going to fail. Okay, but it's not technically failing if you learned along the way.
Right.
If you do not succeed at that, move to something else. Don't be afraid. You only live once.
That's true. You only got one life to live. And I know, Russell, that you were very towards the last time that the last year or so that you worked for McDonald's full time. I know that and I know you still do like part-time work with them from time to time.
That was mainly because, again, I was in a complete circle. I was fighting a battle I could never win.
Right.
I won't talk bad about McDonald's by any means.
No, of course not.
McDonald's molded me into the person I am today.
And Jerry and Cheryl are wonderful people, I might add.
They are the best people I've ever come across.
Yeah, that you're always evolving and you're always moving on to the next step and you're always bettering yourself. And you're very inspirational in that way, not only because of that, because you're really a good person. We've had a lot of personal conversations over the last 5 or 6 years, and you're just a really positive, inspirational person. And
I highly appreciate that.
No, it's true. And I'm not trying to, just blow you just because you came here on my show. But that's really, that's the truth. You're really you're probably one of the most positive people I know in my whole life,
Oh, don't tell my wife that.
Well, she'll probably listen to this, and hear it anyway. But
she done told me she wanted to hear it. So I try to stay positive. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is a negative side to me. We all have it. We all have our doubts. We all fall into the deep hole.
Yeah.
But again, it goes back to what I was saying. You've got to pull yourself out of it. You've got to. The best advice I can give is get someone that's very close to you,
right,
and confide in them. and help them pull you out of the hole. I've got a couple of people. I've got about 3 people that I can really confide in, including my wife and my family, but outside. And I can really confide in them. And I know that when I tell them something, the whole town of Enterprise is not going to know.
Okay.
And that's the best, find somebody like that. When you're in a hole, find somebody that's going to help you pull you out of it. But at the same time, you need to be there for that person also and help them pull them out of the hole whenever they need to be pulled out.
Right.
And that's about the best that I can give. Just be a friend. Be a true friend.
Yeah. I know I went deep into a discussion about depression. In one of my episodes, I didn't even intend to talk about depression. And I got into it, but that's basically what I was saying, that be a good friend. When people are going through things, you have to be there for them. You have to help each other out. Nobody can do it alone. You shouldn't expect people to bail you out. You got to help yourself out, but also it's good to have friends, to help you along the way.
Well, going on the whole bailing out, you do need to have friends that will bail you out at sometimes, because sometimes you do need to be bailed out.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to pick up the phone and say, hey, brother, I'm in some trouble. I need some help. And that person, I'm not saying that person needs to get in trouble with you, but that person needs to do the best that they can to bail you out, to find out what your problem is, and try to get you out of it.
Yeah, see, no, I was going to say, that's hard for me to do, to call somebody and ask for help, or even, I have a hard time, even when something is bothering me or something is wrong, I have a hard time confiding in people. I know people have their own problems,
And we all do, absolutely. We all have our issues. But that's where friendship comes in play, is that we need to understand that everybody has issues.
Yeah.
And we need to be there for each other. And that's what it boils down to. You can't do this on your own. You can't do life on your own.
Right.
And, I had a very, very hard time accepting help. I went through it. A very independent person. Okay? But at the same time, if you accept help when you need help, yeah, it's going to be tough, but be thankful you got somebody there that can give you the help when you need it.
Right.
And just return the favor. Pay it forward.
Pay it forward, yep.
If I help somebody out, I just tell them, pay it forward, man. Just don't even worry about it. Just do something nice for somebody else. That's all I ask.
This has been really inspirational, Russell. You should be a life coach. This has been great.
Well, I ain't gonna go that far with it.
I mean, you're speaking a lot of truth, though. I mean, this world would be a better place if people, for one, for work for a living and work for, what they need and want out of life, and it would be a better place if everybody paid it forward. As far as helping each other out, it would be a much better place. Not just this country, but this world.
If everybody would stop being self-centered, not everybody. Let me rephrase that. If a lot of people would stop being self-centered and always worrying about themselves and work together with everybody else, it'd be a much better place.
Yeah, it would.
Stop being judgmental. We all have issues. We all have problems. Don't judge somebody. That's not your place to do. Don't judge them.
Yeah,
don't
a lot
look
of
at
people
somebody
do that.
and judge them. Oh, well, he has raggedy clothes. He must be, he must be a homeless. No, maybe you don't want to spend money on nice clothes.
Yeah.
Don't judge him on that. You
right.
see someone down in the dumps, why don't you offer, maybe all they want is somebody to say hello to them. Maybe all they want is somebody just to talk to them for a minute.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's true. You never know.
And if you try it, you'll see that you might enjoy it. And it might be a good thing.
Yeah. It always makes me feel better when I do stuff for others. It always does.
Well, I mean, if I didn't know somebody and they needed to, they needed the shirt off my only shirt off my back, that's what I'm gonna give them. I'm gonna give them my shirt. If they need it more than I do, I'm gonna give it to them.
Yes.
I mean, if they hungry, I'll buy them some dinner. I'll do it. That's all I got to say.
I share one of the greatest people that I know. Just a fine human being, a great man. You're a great father. You love your wife. Russell really loves you. I'll say it if he won't say it. He really loves you. You have no idea how much he loves you. I'm sure you do know how much he loves you, but he really does. Even when you're not around, he talks about how much he loves you. And I just want to let you know that Russell is a really good guy. And I want to let all my listeners know that. And thank you for coming on the show, Russell. And I hope you'll come on again. I know that we didn't really have like a set topic to talk about, but maybe next time we will.
Well, I do want to say one thing. First off, Johnny, thank you for letting me be a part of the show. It's something that I've been wanting to do since you started it. I'm very glad that you actually do this. This is very good for you.
Yes, it is.
Second thing is I appreciate the kind words you gave me, but you're also a great guy.
Yes.
I
know, I'm wonderful.
Yes, you are. I probably couldn't ask for, a better person to be part of my life, and I do appreciate it.
Oh.
The next show we do that I'm going to be part of, though, 9 times I'm hoping we can put it together. Nathan's going to be part of it. That one's going to go. I don't even know.
No, that will not be a positive show, ladies and gentlemen. That will be very explicit. Not let the kids listen to that show.
Nathan has done told me one of the topics we're going to talk about.
Oh my God! I can even imagine what he said,
but that one will be a little more funnier.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, this is more. It's more real when you don't have a set topic that you're going to talk about and you just go with it. So.
Yeah. Sometimes I intend for the episodes to be funny and they just go another way and they end up being inspirational. Other times I mean to be inspirational and it just comes out funny. And I think this was a good episode though. I'm gonna have to play it back and listen to it, but I believe it was really well. Or went really well, and okay, well, thank you for being on the show, and come back. I'd like to have you on as much as possible, at least a couple times a month. I know you're very busy, and I'm very busy, and Nate's very busy, but I want you guys, the two of you guys got to be like my main co-host. I want you to be on as much as possible, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You know I'm going to do it again. I love it.
Okay, well, thank you, and I'll talk to you later, Russell.
All right, Johnny.
All right.